to the Creation Evaluation Station. On this very special episode, we are going to be comparing, not evaluating, comparing this very special set with the old very special set. Yes, we are comparing the brand new 90th anniversary Forest Hideout with the original Forestmen's Hideout, which I have here. This is the instructions. I have the whole set. I might have the back of the box. I used to collect the back of the boxes, but only if they had additional builds. So I might not have kept this one if it didn't have an additional build, but I couldn't find it with the instructions. It still might be somewhere. But anyways, before I go any further, if you're not familiar with my channel, I give in-depth reviews of models and construction kits, both new and old, mostly Lego, like this, but other products as well. I also do reviews and discussions of other creative works, such as movies, video games, and cartoons. And this isn't an eval, this is a comparison. If you haven't seen my eval of this set, then there'll probably be a link up here. Be a link up here. And at the end of the video, there'll definitely be a link there. So you can check that out first before you see this. But this is going to be a comparison video and not an actual review. It's going to be a little bit on the shorter side, and it's going to be a lot more discussion, although I'm going to be, in just a moment, heading to the light box to show off the whole, show all the details close up, and yeah, so why don't I go do that? We're now going to do a comparison, the new with the old. I'm not going to talk too much about this. I'm going to just show things. We'll talk more about it when I get to the desk and do the final eval. Probably after the eval, we'll talk about the old versus the new. Just here, you see there's no mushroom, but we have 2 trees over here. So I have 2 forestmen each. Have a targeting range. The old one's much more simpler, but it's the same. They are about the same height, although the let's move them closer together. The height of the building is actually a little bit taller on this one. At least the peak of the roof reaches higher, but the leaves definitely reach higher on that one. This is much more, I don't know, would say it looks smaller, but it partially, they seem to be about the same width profile. Just looking at the front building, they look smaller because this is a, I don't know, they're 2x4s. I don't know, it makes the top look a little bit smaller, but it does. Obviously the tree branches go much higher in the other one. We also have these over here on the old one. Let's turn it around back before we open it up. Yep, we just snap that off. Let's flip them around before we open them up. Oh, that's supposed to go inside. Yes, they both have treasure chests. So there's something more to that. You got flowers over here, but nothing over here. The hole's in the same area. This one has a much smaller hole than this one. See at the back here, there's a little outpost tree stand. This one doesn't have it. Definitely this one is much more curvier with its branches. Let's open them up and check out the insides. We looked at this kind of already, but there is our treasure chest there, sitting up there. We have treasure chest here. You can put it here, you can put it up here, you can put it down there. But this is a nice little neat little cubby hole you can put it in where it fits, and you can't put any figures in there so it doesn't block that. You could put it over here too. There's no studs down here. And you can put a figure in there too, but like I said, no studs to hold them in place. It also has a sword inside, so you can be ready for battle there too. They both have the spears on the outside. So this one's a little bit more armed than that one, but you know, you also have to jump down because there's no ladder. You climb up there. So those are the two. Well, let's see them opened up from the front. Similar concept, definitely different designs. The new one makes use of much newer parts, that's for sure. Alright, let's head to the desk and talk more about these and give the new set a final eval. Now, with comparing these two, and this is not a review for this, we will review this one day when I start doing more retro reviews, which will be coming probably this fall. To be determined, but possibly this fall. Late summer, fall. I want to get through the new Ninjago stuff and even do some newer, older Ninjago stuff before I go back any further. And even these will probably be even later back, because I'm going to work my way back in time. I'm going back in time. And this is one of my favorite sets. That's why it's a bit dusty. It's sat on my top of my well, I had a bookshelf on top of my desk and type thing, and it sat way up high, and fortunately collected dust. Before it got packed away, it never really got cleaned off. So that needs to be done. But I have everything here for this set. Only thing I was missing was one little white feather, which is probably still in the box. It came from him. I didn't go through it with a fine-tooth comb. It's a really small piece, tends to pop off, and can easily move around. There's a bunch of other small pieces in that box. So it's probably still around, but I had replacement parts. So I'm pretty sure I still have that white feather lying around in that box somewhere. But everything else is here. One of the charms of this you see here, and this might just be biased because I have the old one, but the entrance is much smaller, and that's partially because this pine tree is supposed to be blocking it, so you can't really see it. This one has this much smaller pine tree, but that's not the issue. The issue is this hole is a lot bigger in here, and I don't know if they wanted to make it so you could put a minifigure in there that way, but see, this is one reason why you get away with a smaller hole here. It's not necessary because the whole building opens up, and boom, you can just put the guy in there that way. So this was a fun charm type thing that this one had that this is lacking. Anyways, I like this set, the original, better than this. If you don't have the original and trying to get it is out of the question, then you know, get this. But I like the original better. There's the old charm, like I was talking about, with the little hidden door here to get into the tree house, or the tree fort, whatever you want to call it. And I like the build of these branches. Yes, this was unique to get it to do what you wanted it to do, but it's still kind of a simple build to do that. This was unique. We used these castle arches basically to build the branches, and the build was very different on the way up. It was not very symmetrical because you had to get the pattern with the different branch coming out here and a branch coming out here, coming out there, was much more fun to watch, to put it together. Bit of a puzzle, so to speak. And yeah, that's why I like this one better. Now, there's more space in the new one to put things, but not much. Like the second story here, with the gray part here, you can actually fit more on this floor than you can on this one. But that's because they made space for the ladder, making this more realistic. But this one's got more room. So, you know, that's where the debate kind of lies. Oh, and also this thing don't have these wonderful vines to swing down upon your victim that you're trying to rob from, your rich victim. Rob from the rich and give to the poor. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I mean, if you've already gotten this, what do you think? Do you have the original? Which one do you like better? Like I said, I actually like the old one better, and I don't feel like I'm just being biased about it because this was one of my favorites when I was a kid. I mean, objectively, I had more fun building this even when I was fixing it earlier than I did when I was finishing this off. And maybe it's just nostalgia that's blinding me, but even still, they're the same concept, and you pretty much get the same thing with this. So, you know, to each their own, but let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'd be curious to know what your opinions are, and which one you like better, and just your thoughts on this in general. If you've ever put it together, or you know, got your hands on it, is it worth getting you know, 150 Legos dollars to get this set? I mean, the sets I ordered were ones I was going to order anyways, and on top of that, I used a gift certificate for part of it, so I paid less than 150, sort of. But yeah, so that's it for me here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button, and also subscribe if you have not already. Need more subscribers. We're up to 70. We're almost at the next milestone. 75 is the next milestone, and then 100 before 75. I don't know what I'm going to do for 75. Probably not much. I'm definitely going to figure out something to do for 100, though. That's a good big millstone to hit, even though I need a lot more than that to do much with YouTube. But please subscribe and share with others too. It helps. Can't always rely on the YouTube algorithm, and also we can't rely on their notification system. So hit the bell for notifications. But if you really want notifications, you can do that too. But you can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter. There's links down below for them, and through that, because I send out notifications as soon as I get the video uploaded. Well, uploaded and released, I should say. As soon as I get it released, I send out notifications. So make sure you're checking those, following me there. But that's it for me here, like I just said. So I'm going to be signing off, reminding you that creativity is key.